Alright YouTube, this is Teu Cents back with my 2 cents on OCTOPATH TRAVELER. I am back from being gone for a week, and we have some updates, some things to kind of look at here. I haven't even been able to touch the tournament yet, so I will be getting that out to you guys as soon as I'm able to kind of go through it. As you guys know, I'm 100% free to play, and I've only done like 5 multi-polls, so it is going to be quite a bit of a challenge. I'm just kind of curious if my account will be able to handle it, or at least see how far I can go. But today we're going to be talking about Eliza, who's coming to the game, should be coming tomorrow. I'm hoping we're also getting a step-up banner. If that's the case, I'll definitely get a video out on that tomorrow for you guys, of whether I think you should use some of your gems for that. But today, let's get into the video. Alright, so we got Eliza here. Here's going to be where her stats are going to kind of settle in at. We're going to be a little close on that magic and attack values. So we're going to see probably a hybridity kind of unit here. And going forward, kind of maybe pair her against Tikalin to see how she's going to kind of stack up to her. That's kind of my my rough sort of comparison for this. Because I don't think it'll be quite fair to pair her against Corin or Fior. So let's get into looking at her skills. Alright, so just taking a quick look here. Obviously I like to highlight the ones in gold that I'm like, ooh, I kind of like this about the kit. So let's look at this first. We got a passive here that when at full HP, Eliza plus the ally in the same row is going to get 20% magic up. So what is this going to tell you already? It'll be nice to pair with somebody who's going to be doing elemental damage on your team. At least, you know, in the same row as them. So maybe if you wanted to pair her with Tikalin, this might be a nice little synergy to where she can, if you need the light attack, she can be out there doing the light attacking. Or if you need the wind attacking, you can have Tikalin out there doing that. But either way, they're getting that 20% extra magic buff. And then on top of that, we're going to be able to do some light defense down and inflict magic down on the enemy in case they are doing elemental damage themselves. So that'll be a nice little piece of the kit. But also here we have a full front row heal, which is something that we don't have from any of our other warriors currently. So if you're in some content, and there'll be content later on that kind of comes out where you're going to need to use everybody from the same weapon type, so all warriors or all hunters, things like that. And so we're going to be able to bring her as a way of kind of being able to heal in those scenarios that you wouldn't have access to your Theo or other healers in those conditions. So having this full front row heal is going to be kind of nice for that. We also have this this 4-star ability here that's a 1 single sword and a 1 hit light. And I do kind of like that, and you see that it says 120 as a power, and then I have 160 in brackets. That's because instead of having a reduced SP cost as it gets higher level, it's going to have an increased damage modifier on it. So that is kind of nice, and later on, when we do get our specials, this is going to get even better as she's going to get a sword AoE and a light AoE. Basically just a full-on upgrade to that 4-star version there. So I do kind of, like this kit for different reasons that you would like any other Warriors kit. We do have the access to 3 times light. The best out of the sword is 2 times light, or 2 times sword there, but we have a 2 times light AoE as well. So we are looking like we're going to be favoring that kind of magic elemental piece, which we can already kind of see by the way that the kit buffs itself. Another 30% light up. And the magic up as well. So obviously definitely going to be kind of where you're going to be taking her. This is why I wanted to compare her a little bit more to Tikalin than any of our other warriors. So let's go ahead and do that. So at a quick glance here, Tikalin's going to have better magic, better crit, and better speed. So we're definitely going to see Tikalin as probably being able to push out more damage potential than our Eliza here. But it is lower on the HP, the SP, the attack, the defense, and the magic defense. So on the other hand, we're going to get a little bit of a tankier unit, and one that's going to be able to utilize just regular sword attacks at a higher capacity. So I'm definitely looking at Eliza as being more of that more true hybrid, and having a little bit of kind of everything into her kit. A little bit of debuffing, a little bit of buffing, a little bit of healing, a little bit of sword attack, and a little bit of light attack. So it's going to have all those different kind of options, which I do kind of think is a favorable thing in a time in the game where you don't have a lot of options for your characters currently. So now, is that going to kind of, stretch long out into the future? I don't know. We'll have to kind of see. It really just depends on the order of which they bring the rest of the units here, and we're definitely seem to be focusing on units that are going to be helping in the Tiki Lin Cup, which is why she's got, this light attack, and I'm sure that's why she's out now rather than later. So let's take another quick look at Tiki Lin's just skills, just for a little bit of comparison. All right, so obviously she's going to have that 4 times wind random, and then we're going to have the 3 sword random, 2 times the wind AoE. So what we can definitely tell here is that Tiki Lin is really just going to win on being able to break shields and deal damage. She's going to get an extra 20% magic up from the start, and so pairing her over with our new Eliza here is she's going to have the max kind of magic up kind of capability right off the cuff to really go out there and do some hard hits at the beginning if you wanted to pair these 2 units together. So let's take a quick look. I want to show you guys the accessory for Eliza here. All right, now before we finish this video off, I do want to just let everybody know thank you for the support that I've had. However, there's still 85% of you out there that are not subscribed to this channel, and I'm just saying, I know you're going to be back. You're going to see another video here at some point or another. So just hit that sub button, help me out. Working on getting that 1,000 mark before the end of the month. All right, so just first, elemental resistances. We're going to have a 20% to dark and 10% to light. We don't pay enough attention to these sort of resistances, as I think we're going to, as things progress into the game, where things are just going to be doing, so much damage that you're really going to want to have good resistances on your team for whatever you're kind of facing. Granted, if you're, a whale player or a big spender, you're really just being able to stack a bunch of awakenings and be able to kind of hit, higher stat thresholds and extra HP. So, it may not matter as much to you as it does some of our more free-to-play audience out there. So, but one thing I did want to notice is if you are that kind of whale player, we have this awakened accessory that I really just kind of like, because we're going to have in there, if you look, it says 500 HP regen per turn. As well as at the start of the battle, for 5 turns, you're going to get 10% magic up. This is just going to pair really well, especially when she's already giving herself that 20%. She can basically max out on her magic up here, just, on her own for at least the first 5 turns. So that could be pretty neat. As far as that regen, I just think that's awesome, especially if you might be, kind of putting this on somebody who needs that kind of max HP to be able to have lower SP costs. That might also be a mage unit, using elemental attacks, maybe a Sophia or something. But anyway, I just wanted to showcase that. Obviously, I'm probably never going to see this accessory except maybe a year from now if, if polls are just keep giving her to me. So anyway, I just wanted to showcase that. As far as should you pull for this unit, I'm going to side on the caution of if you've already been able to beat the Tiki Lin Cup, this is a definite pass for now, because there's going to be some things in the future you're going to want to be able to pick up for the next arena or the next set of content. And so we're kind of bypassing a little bit of this first arena if you're already kind of set to go on it. Now, if you're not set to go and you just really want to be able to get, this unit because you like this unit, or you kind of like the play style with it, or you're really thinking ahead to when we're going to be having those complete warrior team comps and you're really going to want that heal on it, I do think this is a good unit to pick up. Now, for our completely free-to-play players out there, it's hard for me to ever suggest that you pull on these first edition banners that is 300 a pop and let's keep going. But I would definitely think this is a unit that I would recommend for when she comes available on a step-up banner later on. So anyway, that's been my 2 cents.